Hello everyone, this is Kiana. If you want to see how I made this beautiful press-on set here, stick around. Alright you guys, so it's been a minute since I last did a set on this channel here, so I'm really excited to show y'all this new set that I'm going to be adding to my Etsy site. So of course I have to start off with my almond nails because I am going to be wearing these later on this summer, so I cannot wait. And it's going to be a beautiful ombre 3D flower look, so I cannot wait to show y'all how I make this set. So right now I'm just putting down my base color for the ombre, which is going to be it's called Azul Amor, or Amor Azul or something like that, but it's like this baby blue pastel color from Madame Glam, and it's one of my favorites. It's like the perfect little tint of blue but still kind of on the white side, so that I use as my base color. And all I'm going to do is just apply it about 2/3 of the way of the nail, and I do 2 coats of this just to make sure it's nice and solid. And then I'm going to cure this under the lamp for about 60 seconds per layer. Okay, so after curing the nails for 60 seconds on each layer, now I'm going to go ahead and add in the clear acrylic. This is just going to help add some thickness to the blue color of the nail, and also it's going to make it easier to blend that nude into the color since we're doing an ombre for each nail that's in this set right here. After adding all the clear acrylic to the nails, I'm not going to add the nude color for my ombre, and any nude will work for you depending on what kind of nude and brand that you like. My personal favorite is the Not Polish Nude Me. That is the color's name. It's kind of more on the beigey side, not too much pink in there, but I feel like it really looks good on my skin tone and with a lot of other skin tones. So this is my main favorite nude that I love using for all my nude sets. So all I'm doing is I'm just applying the bead and I'm just blending it down the best way I can down the color. I was kind of struggling with this at first. It's kind of like one of those things where you have to get into the routine of it. So like when you first start doing it, it might come out a little bit wonky, which is fixable, but still though, it's kind of like you have to get into that routine. But once I was able to get into it, the rest of my ombres was pretty much easier to do. But as you can see, I'm just adding about a few beads onto the nail, and I'm just blending down that cuticle just to make sure it looks nice and flush, because one thing that we do not want is lumpy turtleback nails, okay? We want a nice flush cuticle, and we want these nails to look like real acrylic nails as much as possible. So that is really, really important. So I'm just adding just a little bit of the beads at a time, and then I'm just blending it down to the cuticle, blending some down into the color, just to make that ombre look seamless as possible. Okay, so after applying my ombres, now I'm going to go ahead and add some clear acrylic on top of the whole ombre. This is not only going to add some thickness to the nails because I'm kind of like building the nail with the clear acrylic, but it's also going to help protect the design when I start filing and buffing and all that stuff. It's just going to help keep the ombre from getting filed away. So the not so fun part, which is the filing, the buffing, and all that kind of stuff. But this is really important because we want to make sure that the nails are nice and smooth on the surface, make sure there are no lumps and bumps. And also because of the application of it being really smooth, I actually don't have to use a metal bit for this, which is good. So it's less filing that I have to do. So I'm really just reshaping the nails, just making sure everything is nice and neat. Sometimes, especially with almond nails, I could just use the same sanding bit just to reshape the nails as well, make sure that it's nice and almond again. So we're just doing that, and also flushing the cuticles, make sure it's not too thick at the cuticle area, because again, if it's not flushed and it's not thin enough, it will look super bumpy, and they're also going to lift a lot more quicker, because we want to kind of, you know, again, copy almost like we're doing an acrylic set. The only difference is that these are press-ons. So I'm doing the same steps that I would if I was doing the actual acrylic set. The only difference is I don't have to do it on an actual person, which is pretty awesome. So we're just going ahead and get that taken care of. So these are the nails so far. This is how they end up looking after I did all the filing, buffing, and shaping. I just dusted them off and end up cleaning them off with some 70% rubbing alcohol. And honestly, I could just throw some top coat on these and call it a day, because they look so good just the way they are. But of course, you know, we got to add a little extra sun to this. So we're gonna go ahead and get to the 3D art and all the hand painting. So don't come at me about my jar, because I already know y'all gonna be like, what the heck this jar have been through. But this is actually a really old jar of the Ideal Beauty acrylics that I have. So I decided that this color would actually be perfect for this set. It's called Clarity, and it's like this baby blue, kind of like a milky baby blue type of acrylic. So I'm going to be using that as my 3D flowers for my set. I also finally got me a new 3D art brush. So this is my first time using this, and you can already see I kind of screwed it up a bit because I dropped a drop of monomer in there, but that's totally fine. You know, things happen. So I ended up getting it in the whole set. So this is actually a little bit bigger than what I'm used to working with, but I ended up quickly getting used to it after figuring out the liquid to powder ratio for the 3D flowers. And so I'm pretty much doing the same thing that I did for my last video when I did the 3D flowers. I'm just kind of adding a dot there. And because I'm using a proper 3D brush, I'm able to kind of control the acrylic a little bit better and able to kind of shape it the way that I really want to shape it. Because last time when I did the 3D flowers, that brush that I used wasn't even a real 3D brush. It was like a random brush that I had laying around because I couldn't find my other one that I had. So I had to use what I got. And I managed to make it work, but this, just an actual 3D brush that's built for this, just works so much more easier. So again, I'm just adding a dot there, and then after that, once it kind of cures just a tad bit, which it doesn't take that very long, because the only issue I had with IGL Beauty's acrylics is that they cure too fast. So they're perfect for 3D flowers, but if you're trying to do a whole set with them, your room gonna have to be a lot more cooler to a point it's kind of cold, so that way it won't cure too fast, or you're gonna have to add a lot of liquid to your powder ratio in order to work with it, because it just cures super fast for me. I don't know why, but they're perfect for 3D flowers, that's for sure, because at least they don't take too long to cure, so it worked perfectly fine for me. Okay, so now I'm going to do some line work on the nails, and I'm just using the white polish from Madam Glam. And I just looked at some few inspo photos because I wanted to add some lines to these nails besides just the 3D flowers. So there's a lot of different varieties of how you can do this design, but I thought just some simple few lines on the nails and some dots, well, you know, it just wouldn't be too much on the nails, but still kind of add a little extra something, since, you know, I really want this set to stand out. So then with my dotting tool, I'm just using the same color just to add a few dots here and there just to kind of give it a little bit more design and detail to it. And I went ahead and did that for all the nails with the 3D flowers. So these are the nails after all the line work that I have done so far. And now the last thing I'm going to do is add some rhinestone to the nails, and then we're going to top coat them. Okay, so now we're going to add the top coat, which is the Ideal Beauty non-white top coat that I use all the time for all my press-on nails. If y'all know me, that's my favorite kind to use. That's the only thing I really like from Ideal Beauty is their top coat. I feel like their top coats are really good. It is on the thinner side, but I like it because it's easier to work with, and plus my nails come out pretty good with their top coats, so I just like it for that. But I'm just applying it right all over the nails, and I'm using my 3D brush only because I don't have any more nail polish bottles from them besides the refill bottle, which is like an 8-ounce bottle. So I'm currently ordering some more nail polish bottles through Amazon, but for now I'm just going to use this 3D brush just to apply that on there, which is actually working pretty well because I could get into the crooks and crevices. And then after that, I'm just going to add a rhinestone right in the middle, because with that little tiny rhinestone, you really don't need anything heavy like a whatchamacallit, a rhinestone gel that's a little bit thicker to apply the rhinestone on top. Really, if you're just applying one little bitty round rhinestone, all you need is just top coat just to hold it in place. So that's what I'm doing at this point. So I'm just applying it all over the nails and then adding a little bit more top coat in the middle of the flower while avoiding the petals, because I want to keep the petals as matte as possible. And then, you know, again, just applying that one little rhinestone in the middle and then curing that for 60 seconds. And just to be extra sure, I also cured it for another 30 seconds just to make sure that that light hit underneath that rhinestone so it all cures in place. Alright, so after adding all the rhinestones to the 3D flower ones, and then I top coated everything, this is how the nails came out. And I say this for every set, these came out so cute, and I love the color. It's just so like pastel-y but still kind of on the bougie side. It's just absolutely perfect for the summertime, and I know everybody gonna be getting lit this summer, so these nails, I gotta find an outfit to match and we are good. But I hope y'all enjoyed this set. Don't forget to subscribe and like my video if you love this whole process of how these nails were made. These nails are available on my Etsy shop. The link will be down below in my bio. You can also check out my other social media pages as well for all my posts and updates and what's going on. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I love you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Be blessed, stay safe, and yeah, I'll see y'all on my next video. I can't wait to make more summer sets for you guys, so I'll see y'all then. Bye.